orientation. Why is orientation locked? I don't need it to be locked. Oh. Rotate it the other way. Just, oh. I hate going live. No, I don't hate going live. So I'm not going to be able to show everything. Okay. Nope. I guess I'm going to go live like this. Okay. It's over there. Okay, I hope I'm live. Alexa, resume. Okay. Hello, hello. So today I decided to go live to do a project with y'all. My project videos are normally not up until Saturday, but since I'm working on this, and I'm sorry about the camera shaking. Okay, since I'm working on this and it's such an easy project, I decided to go ahead and go live with it because it's a fun project. So, as the title says, we are crafting to the oldies, and those of you who have been with me for quite some time know what that means. It means that we're listening to our oldies. Alexa, skip. Alexa, skip. So, I said skip. She can't hear me. Okay, so, excuse me. What we are making today. Oh, I love that song. Anyhow, yeah, we are making notepads, okay? And these make great teacher gifts, and they make great stocking stuffers. And if you are going to a craft fair, these are so easy to make, and just something for y'all to do if you're into those. So, oh, another thing, I cannot see, well, hang on a second, let me see if I could get a screen up so that I can see anyone coming in and saying hello. So anyhow, I did all of the measuring for you and everything. First thing I want to show you is the type of notepads that I'll be using. These you can get anywhere, Dollar Tree, Walmart, Office Depot, whatever, okay? And there are measurements to this. Each one of these, the measurement to this you don't specifically have to know right now, but I will tell you what, this is just for like your specs whenever you are putting these on your Etsy shop or whatever. Hang on a second, I'm trying to do something over here on my computer. Okay, so each one of these, let's see, separate them like this. Each memo pad is going to have 35 sheets. Okay, that's just something I counted every single one of these sheets. So anyhow, yeah, that way you can tell your customers that each pad has 35 sheets. And here's something that I want to point out before we start on this project is that you have a choice over here. You can either glue the whole thing and just paste it down, or you can use that silicone tape. Like for example, I have these silicone dots from my store, and looks like this, okay? Or silicone, I don't know if there's such a thing as silicone double-sided tape, I don't know. But anyhow, you could also use like the silicone dots, so that way it won't be a permanent thing and your customer can remove it once he or she is done with it and put in there a brand new pad, okay? That's just the thought. But for my purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the entire thing on and just put it on there. Now, as for the closures, I am using, I don't have magnets that are skinny enough to keep this down like so. So what I'm using is, I'm using the Velcro dots, okay? And these Velcro dots you can get anywhere, whether it's Walmart, Hobby Lobby, whatever. You can get Velcro dots anywhere. And so, yeah. That's what I like to use. But you're more than welcome to use magnets. So, but I think in order to keep the price down on your notepads, I would go the Velcro dot route, because magnets are not cheap. So you would have to raise the prices, and you know. So anyhow, what we're gonna do is, you can do these in two ways. You can either take your cardstock and just go ahead and cut it to the measurements that I'm about to give you, or you can make your notepad cover a little bit more sturdy by using either heavy duty cardstock, or what I'm using is what is this called? Watercolor paper. Yes. So I'm using watercolor paper. Okay. Oops. What is going on? No, I don't want that. Alexa, thumbs down. So let's see. Look at the subscriptions. Hot and Freddy. I love Hot and Freddy. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the measurements. Let me go ahead and give you the measurements for this. What you're going to want to do is you want to cut a strip of heavy duty cardstock or watercolor paper to 11 and a half by 3 5/8. Okay, and that 3 5/8 is going to give you a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, that way you're not, that way it's easier for you to put your work together. So, okay, that's 11 and a half and 3 5/8. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put them on your scoring board, and you are going to score at the following: 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches, 7 1/4 inches, and 7 1/2 inches. Okay, and that's going to be for your standard size notepad. So we are going to do just that. Okay, now I can finally see Judy's Handmade Creations. Hi, Judy. And Guadalupe Garcia. Hi, Guadalupe. So I'm so glad that you ladies are joining me. Like I stated at the beginning, I have a video due tomorrow, but I'm making that tomorrow video due today through this live. Okay, and so let me go ahead and bring out the scoring board. And so here we go. Like I said earlier, we are going to, let me get some things out of the way. We are going to score at 2, and then 2 1/4, and then we're going to go to 7 1/4, and then 7 1/2. So now we have scored the top and the bottom lid, if you want to call it that, and then the space for your notepad. So now we're just simply going to fold along the score lines. And this is such an easy project, you guys. You can, put it on your Etsy and whatever, and yeah, or make a bunch of these to give to your co-workers, and during Christmas or whatever, Valentine's that just passed, Mother's Day, whatever or just because gift, So now that we have this, and this is only if you want to do this, you can go ahead and add like a sweet little border to this. And did I mention no die cutting in this project? Yay! Yay for my hands. Die cutting is a pain in the butt for me now. So anyhow, you could do without or you could do with. It is your personal preference. I prefer to use a border. And see, and this is how the border is going to look. Okay, so I took one of my, and you can use any paper punch that you have. These are like old Martha Stewart punches, okay, that I have. So basically, what I did was, whatever leftover strip over here I'm using that to do my borders. So let me see which is the right side of this one. So okay, for my borders, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to attach, I'm gonna find a spot where I want the border to go. So if you can see right there, I am actually gonna start, put my border where these little triangular things meet the edge. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do with my border. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that first with some white glue and just kind of like, and I'm not cutting it just yet. I found that by cutting it last, it's a heck of a lot easier for me because my eyesight is going, so pretty soon I'll be visually impaired, which sucks. It bites. But anyhow, okay, and I think it's squared out. Okay, you gotta make sure that you're squaring it out. So you see, I have these little triangles meeting the edge. That's how I know that it's straight. And the next thing, what did I do with it? I don't want the wood to dry. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is you can either do this with scissors or use your paper trimmer. Now I can't cut a straight line, so I have to use a paper trimmer. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just going to kind of like feed this through my paper trimmer and just make sure that the edges are aligned. Okay, aligning the edges, and that's all there's to it. Okay, so that is that. Let me put this away. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to trim some cardstock and put it here and here, kind of like, you know, make it pretty it up now. And by adding cardstock onto your heavy cardstock or your watercolor paper, it makes your notepad cover even more sturdy, okay? So, and the measurements, once you have this down, I will write the measurements either in my blog or, you know, down below after this video has gone up. So for the top, this portion, your measurements are going to be 3.5 by 1 7/8. Over here, the bottom is going to be 3.5 by 3 7/8. And on the back, it's going to be 3.5 by 4 3/4, okay? And you can also do cut a second piece, 3.5 by 1 7/8 for the inside, and another piece, same as 3.5 by 3 7/8 for this side, okay? So, and this type of project, I think it's great for like whenever you just have like single pieces of scrapbook paper. It's like, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Well, you know, come up with something really cute. So I am working with our Nestled in Spring collections. You can use any scrapbook paper that you like. Excuse me a sec. Alexa, thumbs down.
Thanks for letting me know. Skipping it.
You're playing the same thing over again. Alexa, play Ring My Bell.
Ring My Bell and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Okay, now that's my jam. Okay, so now we're gonna cut 3.5. Let me go ahead and cut this piece. And it's gonna be 3.5 in width. 3.5 in width. See, what I wanna get is this part right here. Gonna have to go to the bottom, so the bottom is 3.5 by 3 7/8. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut here, and then I'm gonna turn this around because I want this to show. And it's I'm gonna have to cut the video short, but I will let you know, okay? So, we're gonna do, see, it's coming together. Look at that, isn't that cute? That is so super cute, I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, I love Anita Ward. And I know her story too, how she got her record contract. I remember this from when I was, gosh, this song was popular when I was in elementary school, okay? And my parents loved disco. I mean, gosh, my parents actually got to go to, because we lived in New York, they actually got to go to Studio 54. You know, Studio 54 was very, they would have people at the door seeing who went in and who didn't make it inside, and my parents made it inside. You know, I guess because I knew that Latinos know how to dance to this. But anyhow, yeah, my parents got to go to Studio 54 and experience it, you know. So happy for them. And another thing that my parents got to do, okay, so when they migrated here to the U.S., they had an apartment in the Bronx, okay? So, and in the Bronx, because they didn't have that much money, so they found their friends, they found an inexpensive apartment in the Bronx. So it turns out that in the very same block where my parents' building was, they did scenes from a movie that nobody knew was about to come out, okay? People didn't know about this movie. And it was actually the street shooting scene from The Godfather. My parents actually got to see that scene being recorded of The Godfather. They didn't know what movie it was, but yeah, my parents, I remember my parents telling us that they were like, you know, everybody was sticking, you know, their heads out the window and everything to see how they were doing and everything. But yeah, they actually got to see the actual movie being made from that street scene where they were fighting and everything. So yeah, that's one thing. Oh gosh, it's starting. I'm sorry. Here's a little tidbit. My condition is progressing, and there are certain things that my body is now doing that I cannot help. And one of those is my hand starts to shake, and it's this one, and it has to do with my cervical disc replacement. So yeah, you know, no worries. I will craft and I will be here with you. I'm sorry, it bothers me. You know, it probably bothers me more than it bothers you. Okay, so. Gosh, I can't stop it. Okay, let me do it like this. Yeah. Okay, and I've already told my husband, I've told my children and my family that I am going to craft. I'm going to continue to craft and make videos right up until the point where our Heavenly Father says, okay, Sandy, you've done plenty. You know, and then I will let you all know, okay? I will let you all know when I stop. So look at this, oh my gosh, isn't this the cutest thing ever? Oh my gosh, this is so cute, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, and what I really love about this project is that you use strips. You can use your strips, you know, all those little, you know, papers that you trim, and you're like, oh, should I throw it away? Don't throw them away, because there's always going to be a project that you'll be able to use them on, that you can take to craft shows and whatever. So, okay, we know that this is going to have to be 3.5 by 1 7/8. We've already cut a 3.5, so now let's do the 1 7/8, okay? So, here we go. Whoops. The 1 7/8 is going to be like right around there. This is falling apart on me. Sorry about that. So you know what? I think I just want to, it's going to be a little bit less than 3 1/7. I mean,
Skips are allowed
only
every 60
6
minutes.
skips.
You can unlock
Okay,
unlimited
let's
skips
do
that is
this.
Echo with Amazon
Alexa,
Music Unlimited,
stop.
which also lets you
Alexa,
play.
shut. Alexa, stop. Please. Alexa, I said stop. She don't listen to me. She's like, oh my gosh. Anyways, yeah, sometimes we have, because she can't hear me. I understand she can't hear me. So this is what I want her to do. Alexa, play Donna Summer, Live and More.
Shuffling Live and More by Donna
I
Summer and
love
similar
that.
tracks on Amazon Music.
Okay, so I hope that this is still going. Yes, okay, it's still going. So here we go. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Donna Summer Live and More, okay? One of her biggest concerts was at the Forest Hills Tennis Stadium, okay? And I was like, wow, because Donna Summer, to me and my mom, she was like the queen, okay, the queen of disco. And everybody was so excited about her coming to Forest Hills. And at the time, okay, I was in grade school, oops, and we lived in an apartment above a store in Forest Hills, which was like maybe 3 blocks away from the Forest Hills Tennis Stadium, okay? And so, yeah, one summer, she came to the Forest Hills Tennis Stadium. Now, at the time, we couldn't afford to buy concert tickets or anything, but you could stand outside the tennis stadium and hear it, right? And so one of my very best friends, Sherry, and hi Sherry if you're watching, anyways, she actually made it. Because we were like kids, right? She actually snuck inside the tennis stadium, and she went, she was walking around in the bleachers, I call them the bleachers, the seating arrangements in the stadium, and she was like, trying to find the spot to see if she could actually stay. And so one of the people who worked there at the time kind of like got mad at her, because she was just a kid. I mean, we were 9, 10 years old. And so he told her, sit down. And so she looked up at him and she was like afraid and everything. She was like, okay. And she sat down and she actually got to watch the entire concert, with none other than Donna Summer. Okay. But what I got from it was my mom bought the soundtrack, the records. It came in it was like a 2, 3, or 4, I forget, but I still have it. That Donna Summer Live and More album set, the original one. So anyways, hi Mary Ellen. So anyways, yeah, that's a sweet memory. And oh my gosh, how I love Donna Summer. And I think that her music still holds to this day, And I love this soundtrack. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece for this. And this piece has to be 3.5 by 3 7/8. So let me see what I have. I think I'm gonna use one of these, because I don't want to have to print out anything. See, this is what I'm working with. It's all strips. Look, guys. I'm not lying. I'm just showing you what I'm working with. And sometimes the smaller strips don't. But you know what? I really want to use this. So maybe I could use something like that and use a little strip like this. Maybe I could do that. Okay, so you know what? Let me do that. So while I'm cutting and everything, I'm gonna not talk. just let my vocal cords rest, and I'm gonna crank up the music, okay? Velcro, what I like to do is once I get my package of Velcro together, I like to join them, okay? And it's a heck of a lot easier for me to use the Velcro as a closure when I join them. And now I'm going to show you what I do with this.
You're one kind, gotta have you. Whoa, you're one kind, I need to have you. Right from the start, you don't
decided to go live for tomorrow's project, so that's what I'm doing. I'm using our newest collection, Nestled in Spring, but you could do this with any collection or scraps that you may have. And I will go ahead and write all this up on my blog, and I will write the cutting lines and everything in the description area of this video once. Oh, I'm sorry about the music. I will write everything once I'm done with the video. Okay, but you'll get all this. You'll get the cutting guides and everything. Not a problem. So now I'm gonna be quiet once again and put something on here, embellish it. Here is something that I'm doing. Okay, when embellishing these, you know how I always like to make everything very dimensional, and I would put, stuff over here to make this stand out, which does look pretty, but because these are functional notepads and when people write, it needs to be flat. So the only 3D or whatever embellishment would be something like this. So I choose to just glue this on top instead of adding dimension to this. Just thought I'd mention it. Okay, back to the music. I love this part.
Please don't take your love from me.
Please don't take your love from me.
I am yours forevermore.
Evermore.
Till eternity.
Oh,
Silently.
so silently.
Listen to the words I say.
Listen to the words I
Well, I'm not talking just for play.
just for play.
Listen to me, please.
Won't you listen to me?
Heaven knows it's not the way it should be. And heaven knows it's not the way it could be. Don't you know there's no need to leave? Heaven knows I never wanna leave you. Heaven knows I only wanna please you. Don't you know love is what I need? Down inside,
Down
don't
inside.
get caught with foolish pride.
Caught with foolish
Put all the
pride.
other things aside.
Things
It's
aside.
only you and me.
You and me, you and
Believe in us.
believe in us.
We were always meant to be.
Always meant to
Me
be.
for you and you for me.
You for me.
Till eternity.
To this song right here, the guy that's singing, doesn't it sound like Teddy Pendergrass? I think that's Teddy Pendergrass doing the song with her. I need to look it up. Anyways, he was another one that my parents absolutely loved. Teddy Pendergrass. I know that he passed away several years ago. Anyways, I just love this tune.
Heaven knows The carpet's warm, it's melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left my cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took too long to make it, and I'll never have that recipe again.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay. This is it, guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Don't you love it? It's such an easy project to make. And oh my gosh. And if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know that this corner right here is actually covering up a mistake.
Why don't you follow me on my magical mystical
It's actually because it didn't look right when I cut the stuff over. So it's actually covering up an error, and it looks so cute. You would never know, something right there off on the side. And look at this one. Oh my gosh, I love the way that this came out. So like I said, this is my project for tomorrow using the Nestled in Spring paper collection by yours truly, Decorate Your Life. It is available right now on both our Etsy shop and our website and Michael's. And so, yeah, we've got this, and you could do this project with whomever, whatever paper collection that you use, really. And use your scraps, guys, because in projects like these, they'll go a long way. And put projects like these up on your Etsy, on your craft, take them to your craft shows and stuff, and even give them away to your co-workers on Valentine's, Christmas, Mother's Day, whatever. And Mother's Day is coming up, so I think that this would make a really great, thoughtful, cute gift for any mom, because she could keep it on her desk, put it in her purse or whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, music and all. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go now. I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend, and thank you so much for all the love and the good wishes that I get all the time when y'all message me and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for thinking of me. I will see you once again real soon. Bye, guys. Where does this card issue once again?